Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to introduce to you the light language. I know many of you already study light language. It's going to be a little more refreshing. So to start, I want you to start from feeling it. Okay, so everyone, you can close your eyes and with your intention, connect to source and to the earth. I'm going to emanate a sphere with pearlescent color all around this hall. And take a deep breath. And you can start by perceiving, like noticing your body, sensations, emotions, thoughts, feelings, whatever comes, to see how the sacred geometry and color are working on you. Okay, so let it continue working in you while I'm telling you about the light language, and you can open your eyes if you wish. And one of the reason I like to share light language, and one of the reasons I decided to be a light language teacher about 16 years ago was because, well, 15 years ago, was because I felt like I won the lottery. I felt I have like a huge gift, and I was so happy and so excited that all the tools that I have to work on myself and work on other people and help the community, the family, the cities, countries, the land, whatever actually I could imagine, I could be participated. I had tools to do something, and as a light worker, is really important, because like the power of prayer is great, and if you have tools to really to be able to work on yourself and others is something that is really essential. So what is light language? Light language is more than a technique. Light language is really the language of light, and light is like the high vibration energy, consciousness. So it is the language of consciousness, which is the alphabet, is sacred geometry and colors. If you look at like the codes of energy, everything basically is energy. Sometimes energy materializes in a concrete forms, like a person, like chairs, like trees, and sometimes it's like more subtle, but we can perceive it, we can feel it, like feelings, like love, like harmony, like joy. And all this has like a certain code to it, a certain that it constructs from sacred geometry and color. Every atom, every cell, in the microcosm and the macrocosm, it's all like sacred geometry and color. Like music, for example, the language of music, if you know to read notes, you can go much deeply into the language of music. You can rewrite in music, you can create a whole symphony. And if you don't, you are more limited. And that's why reading and writing in light, it helping like the evolution. The evolution of the planet, like the evolution of humanity is really raising through the chakras. And you can notice that's like today, like communication is really fast. The chakra of communication is full on all over the country, the world, the planet, and it's racing to the third eye. So people start realizing the psychic connection, the psychic connection, the astral connection between between people, between plants, between everything. And yeah, it's just raising, as much as it's raising, it's easier for us to using this sacred knowledge. So where does sacred knowledge come from? It comes from the Mayans. Probably you can find it in other places, because I know that Plato in Greece already 500 years before Christ was talking about sacred geometry, about the elements, that every element have a certain form, and he talked about the fifth element, the element of ether. So so it was not only the Mayans, but the Mayans brought these teachings in these forms that is the way that I got it. It came through a tribe, Mayan tribe, Curanderos tribe in Mexico. And it came through my teacher. Her name's Star Fuentes. She arrived there in her own personal search of growth, of healing, of searching for like magic and different healing techniques. And she arrived to Mexico, to this tribe, and started getting a lot of initiations. And she was sitting there for 3 years, and she got with her teacher Esperanza, the shaman of the tribe, a lot of downloads. And she was teaching her like geometries and color, everything by like emanation. She just emanated the color and shape without showing her. Today Star developed like a whole system that you can see the colors, and you can see the shape. There's even like a software and like a lot of technology that we are in the West that much more working from the mental can grasp more. Not everyone can say, all right, this is like the shape of that help you be responsible for your life and ground you, for example. I was like, oh, how does it look like? Or, how can I use it? There's not so many people that can use that. All right, this is red. I was like, what? We all know what is red. It's easier to understand through the chakras. Also, like, the vibration of every color. And there's like many more colors. I'm teaching about 144 colors, about 80 shapes, and many more. And the main thing is really to understand that like if you go into the subconscious and you're reading like what is really happening there, you can make changes. You can make changes in the subconscious, and like this you emanate the changes into your life experience. So your life experience will resonate for whatever is written on your auric field, right? This is the only way to change your reality. It's like change your reality. Think positive thoughts. We heard that for so many like teachings, and still things happen that don't really resonate with that positive life experiences we reach for ourselves. And the reason is that the gap between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Because in the subconscious mind exist all our secrets. Sometimes are like our black holes that we are not aware of. That sometimes come from genetic, from karmic experience, from like patterns that don't want to be seen. So when you know to read the subconscious and you register different codes there, you emanate different message to outside of you, to the universe, and like this you receive different life experiences. And with light language you can be really precise. Like you can write a certain date for something to happen. Is that powerful? And with power comes responsibility, because you understand that you are creating your reality, so you have much more responsibility for your for your thoughts, for your words, for the way you are creating things. Light language is really high vibrational energy, so normally like it will work only for the highest good, for all, and with accordance with their agreement. So you can work on yourself and you can emanate to other people, and you can write certain, like we call it light language grids, when you understand there's a whole system to like restructure your auric field and through your chakras, or restructure your auric field for certain issue, like issue about like spiritual growth, emotional maturity, relationships, cash, whatever you can imagine, you can create. Okay, so like that's something that's like include a lot of responsibility for self, and a lot of consciousness. Us in like more consciousness community, I believe that we already understand that we are responsible for our reality. We are 100% responsible for our reality. This is a universal law. But then how we do it, that is like really resonant to like in a positive way, you know? So like light language is really something that helped me change like all the things that I need in myself. That okay, like it's not about like, oh, I'm not perfect, I have to change myself, and it's like you know, judgment, but it's just, you know, maybe I just need to increase my self-esteem, maybe increase self-love to be more authentic, you know. Or maybe someone like have some block in their communication, but they have so much wisdom to share, but they just too shy and they cannot say it. So then there's a work that you can work on your communication, on your throat chakra, and like make some, bring healing and open and attract attention, whatever is needed, and then you work specifically on that area. So yeah, it's a lot of beautiful tools to work on yourself, so you not depend only on like other people, on healers, on therapists, on God. You always can rely on God, but God gives you so many tools, and this is really amazing tools that we're receiving, and a lot of like, you know, gratitude to the Mayan lineage and the Curanderos of Mexico for sharing their secrets, and it's really a blessing, because not only that you work on yourself, you actually, if you understand, there's codes on everything, like including our planet, you know, have all these like auric field with all these codes, so you can work and you can be part of the evolution of what is happening. All right, like the government, something is like, you know, need to be more aligned with divine like integrity, let's say, with divine inspiration, with responsibility of service. So let's create that. And then you create some energies that attract more support to that system. Okay, so it can be like, I want to increase more, like to change something in the education system so it's more open for holistic approach. And then you write a certain light language grid, and you like somewhere in the universe, someone will catch that energy and will start working with it. So you're really like becoming a supporter of whatever you feel is important. It's pretty powerful. I've seen students that worked like, you know, they like start being preoccupied with like the elephants in Africa. So writing light language grids for them. The next week you see like in a lot of news about people supporting the elephants, and a lot of like work that is happening. Like you find a lot of feedback that happened from your work. It's not for your ego. It doesn't matter. I mean, the ego can try to grab something, but like what is important, that is really amazing, powerful work for service. As a light worker, we need some tools. We need some tools to be like really participating, and yeah, and at least working on ourselves, you know, working on any place that is stagnant, so we can like waking it up for life. So yeah, I'm teaching light language classes here in Ciranda, in this place, and I'm also teaching online already for a few years. So so I have like all this international community that connect with me with different time and different places in the planet, and like you all get the downloads, you get the teachings. It's called teachings. That's you get beside what you get from my teachings, my verbal teachings and manuals that we have. You get something that's called COT teachings. It's like downloads. You get downloads from my auric field, to your auric field, like all these, how to use it, and it's like is if you think about like the Empire State Building, if it was all for books, it could be like so much information. All right, so it's like you get 10,000 pieces of information per minute to your subconscious, where your conscious mind get like 5, 10, So it's a lot of downloads, and there's also something really magnificent called night school, and that means that when you go to sleep, you're meeting me in a place in the astral realm, and you're learning there while sleeping. So I found it really fascinating. For me, it's like Harry Potter going in the train into the 9-3 quarters, and you get into like a special gate and a special portal, and you go there and you study and you wake up, and you have a lot of these teachings, and you can emanate these shapes or the whole grid. There's like whole full grids for different healing, different diseases, like 200 different diseases that you can work on, and there's also different levels. So like the first initiation beginning, you learn more about your chakras and how like every chakra, how you can like change the energy there in accordance to what you wish to manifest, and also change the energy of a space if you need to. Then in the second one, it's already the 49 shape grids, like 49 shape colors and sacred geometry, and there's a whole system how to create it, to create certain manifestation in this timeline. In the advanced level, like you will learn like your toolbox will increase like big time. It's a big quantum leap to enter into the time of the now, the soul level, where there you need to enter when you want to heal chronic diseases like cancer, like AIDS, like depression, like huge cash issues or self-esteem or whatever it's that is really like karma, and you enter and create a 144 grid in the time of the now. It's something that you carry with you like always, to next life, basically. So there's a lot of teachings. If you are interested to know more, just ask me. And yeah, that's like the basic things to understand. This is like light language. It's not a technique. It's really the language of light, like the language of music. There's language of like so many things, and there's a way to know to read and write light in order to help your growth and help growth of your community. And it is there. I know some of my students study and work it the way I'm teaching it, and some of them, the people like studying it just to get the downloads, and it's just emanated from them. It's just there in your auric field. Like you sit next to a person, and it's the most humble way to like work on people. Like you sit next to them, and you can already shift their consciousness, because in your auric field you have all these beautiful like high vibration energies, and you can talk about like really banal things about coffee or whatever. And something will shift in their perception, and something happens. You call it magic, you can call it miracles, but if you understand energy, it's really specific constellation of energy. So we call things magic until we really understand what it is, and then we can still call it magic. So yeah, this is a little bit about light language. I have a lot more. If you want to really dive into it, just I'm going to have a class soon in March, so ask me, I'll give you the details. And yeah, enjoy the benefits of the pearlescent sphere that is all around this place. What it does, it inspires you, it opens you up for your highest good, whatever you need to bring you up to like exactly what you need in now, in this moment. So some people need more energy, more vitality, some of you need like growth, some heart opening, or how each person needs something else. So enjoy the benefit of it. And Have a wonderful day.